Welcome back.
As I mentioned before, production, marketing, human resources, research and development, and finance are the 5 major functions to be considered by a company. But the subject matter of hotel management is not just about a few hours of lectures. So I'll focus on marketing. As we know, a company should be spearheaded by sales. Back in the days, we didn't have to rely on sales to run a hotel. But nowadays, not only should you have the sales department, but also there should be further division of work within this department. So I'll focus on marketing today. What is marketing? The purpose of marketing is to create deals to make both the seller and buyer to be willing to exchange valuable things with each other. The deals created via marketing is to satisfy the goals of individuals and organizations. Scholars and experts raised a few concepts about marketing. 1. Marketing is to meet customers' needs and desires. Marketing should be continuous and it's not just one-off. It should be sustainable, and so that customers can come back to use your service and even introduce you to other friends. And marketing should be sequential and plays a key role. The hotel industry have the interdependency with other tourist organizations, and it also rely on the joint effort across different departments. The principle of marketing includes the following. Marketing should be marketing-oriented and focus on customers' needs and desires. Most importantly, marketing is about segmentation, which means the segmentation is based on 4 variables. 1. Demographic variables. You need to know the customer's age group, gender, ethnic background, income, etc. The second variable is about the behaviors of the customers. What's their shopping and consuming behavior and factors. The next one is geographic variables. And then last one, the psychographic variables of the customers. These are the key 4 concepts when it comes to the marketing segmentation. Next, about the values and the exchange process of marketing. Customers come here because the hotels offers hardware, software, and the values that the customer like. So it is about marketing mixed. In the past, it was about 4 P's, and nowadays it's about 8 P's. Products, promotion, price, and places. And nowadays there's additional 4 P's, including people, packaging, program, and lastly, the partnership. So as time changed, in the past we had 4 P's and nowadays it becomes 8 P's. That means it's getting more complicated. Let's discuss about the target clients of hotel marketing. Generally speaking, the hotel sales department is mainly responsible for guest room, but also the catering business. When selling products and services, the sales department takes the lead. In the past, we have separate sales for guest room and also separate one for catering, but now they are joined together so that when selling the product and services, they can have a detailed introduction about the services. Generally speaking, the target clients of hotels include the following. 1. Corporate clients. Hotels sign contracts with several corporate businesses. 2nd, meeting and individual customers. Next one, people with banquet requirements. The next one, people with wedding banquets requirement. The next one, travel agency. And lastly, the airliners. By looking at these target clients of a hotel, we can know that if the hotel only sign contract with corporate is not enough, because hotels can be of small, medium, or large scale. It is important to categorize these clients. For a large hotel, If they sign contract with travel agency can guarantee a certain amount of guest rooms per year. When sales representative visit individual clients, they cannot reach the sales target because not all the individual clients are the business clients. It is important to sign contract with a group of clients. And hotels not only provide accommodation but also catering business. By doing so, hotel can generate revenues. Hotels can also sign contract with airliners. Take the Evergreen Group as example. It has both the airliners and also hotel. When their passengers land on the ground, the passengers can book a guest room, and that's a way to generate the revenues. Let's move on to the marketing channel of hotels. A popular one includes internet, the digital marketing, print, and service marketing. When it comes to internet marketing, it is to keep up with the times. It is real time. Through the internet, customers receive the marketing information 24/7. There's no time and special restriction. It is so convenient so that it's actually very competitive across this hotel industry. Every hotel has the internet marketing. Next marketing channel is the print media. When it comes to offline marketing, you have images, you tell the stories, and customer will have greater impression of the hotels. Next, when it comes to internet marketing, we know that the word of mouth is very important. Generally speaking, almost all the hotels are restricted by the internet. We have the room booking websites such as Agoda and TripAdvisor. Not only young people, but also people like me are using this kind of a platform because it's so convenient and the price is also favorable. Nowadays, internet marketing is very important. Next one is about social media. Social media is a very important platform. You can increase the size of your fan base. It's easier for hotel to gain some visibility. I mentioned earlier about digital marketing, such as through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Lines. These are the resources that were never there before, and as time moves on, they emerge. It is important to make use of digital marketing because with this, hotels can communicate with customers and promote its image. Speaking of print media as the marketing channel, we have magazine, newspaper, DM, and postage. But as time goes on, newspapers gradually disappear. Likewise, magazine-wise, there's less and less circulation. They still exist nowadays, but people gradually move on to the digital platform. The most important marketing channel is service marketing. Hotels rely on the sales representative who have face-to-face interaction with customers, introducing the services. That's where the values of people lies on because they won't be replaced. Even though we have the arrival of AI technologies, people can provide values in terms of the warmth. With face-to-face service provisioning, customers will have a good impression about the hotel through the introduction of the sales representative. I'm going to introduce about the concept of marketing, which is the 3 points of triangular marketing. 1, internal marketing, external marketing, and interactive marketing. I will start with internal marketing. Companies make use of the human resource department and generates visions and futures, and through incentive, the department keeps talents. This is important because in this service triangle, without the happy employees, we won't have happy customers. For the external marketing, when a company do external marketing, it use advertisement or spokesperson, but there is budget restriction or only accounts for a certain percentage of the budget, making use of advertisement to a great extent to introduce customers, but it won't last long because the effectiveness is not as great as interactive marketing, with the interaction between customers and employees, which is called interactive marketing. Customers get to understand the hotel at the beginning, but for them to come here back again, we rely on the employees. That's why interactive marketing is so important. With the interaction between employees and customers, with the service provision by the employees, customers are satisfied and have great impression about the hotels. It is important to have employees. For hotels to be successful, hotels rely on the employees. In terms of interactive marketing, an important element is called the moment of truth. Every time when customers are in touch with employees, customers will have impression the moment when the interaction happens, so that in the future, customer will be willing to come back again. That's why we say happy employees and hence happy customers and then happy boss. That's the importance of the triangular services. And lastly, I would like to talk about the development phases of hotels in Taiwan. Actually, there has been a progression in terms of the development of hotels. In 1949, the government of Republic of China moved to Taiwan. Back then, there was no bureaus of tourism, but at that time, there were already hostels called 旅社 or 客栈. And at that time, Taiwan was occupied and governed by the Japanese government. That was before 1945. There were hostels, but they were not as modern as hotels nowadays. We call them 旅社 back then. When the government of the Republic of China moved to Taiwan in 1945, a lot of talents moved to Taiwan as well. So the government started to promote hotels, and that's when the Bureau of Tourism was founded. In 1966, the first international hotel was founded in Taiwan called Hilton, and it was nearby the Taipei main station. But as time moved on, Hilton Hotel moved out of Taiwan. But starting from that time, a lot of international hotels started moving to Taiwan. As you can see, in 1977, that's when the large-scale hotel boomed because of the government's promotion, and that's when we had the Hotel National in Taichung being founded, and a lot of five-star hotel began to appear. And because of the massive increase of demands, five-star hotels started to create restaurants in the hotels, bringing up the hotels and encourage lots of clubs and foodies to come to dine at hotels. So in the 80s, in the 70s, that's the booming of hotels. And then move on to the period between 1990 and 2008. And the tourist and hotel industry start to mature, including, for example, the Grand Hotel in Taipei, which has over 50 years of history. And in the 1990s, lots of hotel chains moved to Taiwan. And because the government promoted the policy of 5 days work weeks in 1992, At the beginning, people had to work on Saturday, and then with this policy introduction, people had more and more holidays, and a lot of people start to enjoy the tourist and leisure. And also the government started to promote the cross-strait exchange. The number of tourists coming from China was at its peak in the 2010. Actually, the opening up of the cross-strait exchange began in 1987, but the peak was between 2010 and 2016. Because of this, a lot of hotels focus their strengths in the tourists coming from China. But in recent years, because of the change of the cross-strait exchange policies, things have changed. But managing hotels is different. Hotels are like a small scale of a society. People come and go every day. It is difficult to manage hotel. You need to have the hardware and software. Back in the days, hotels were rated by with the plum flower signs, and then move on to the star sign. Because we wanted to keep up with the times and to international stage, we changed the rating to the stars, such as 3-star hotel, 4-star hotels, and 5-star hotels. People can know what kind of hotels they are. And we are in 2020. Across Taiwan, hotels have developed very well, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic this year, it created great impacts in the hotel industry. But of course, the pandemic wouldn't last long. I believe that there will be a great opportunity of development in the tourist industry, especially when people focus on eco-tourism very much. I believe the demand will increase again. So that's about the hotel management. Thank you very much.